On August 9, 1945, Nagasaki was obliterated by an atomic bomb. The once thriving city was reduced to rubble, with charred landscapes and crumbling buildings. Survivors wandered aimlessly, their faces etched with shock and despair. This catastrophic event marked the beginning of a long and painful journey for the people of Nagasaki, as they faced unimaginable challenges in the aftermath of the bombing. The survivors, known as Hibakusha, endured unimaginable suffering. Their bodies bore severe burns, and many were left with lifelong scars. Makeshift shelters and medical tents overflowed with patients as doctors struggled to treat the injured. The emotional toll was equally devastating, as families were torn apart and the city mourned its losses. The human cost of the bombing was staggering. In the days following the bombing, resources were scarce. Survivors lined up for food and water, while exhausted doctors worked tirelessly with limited supplies. Medicine cabinets were empty, and the lack of basic necessities compounded the suffering. The city was in desperate need of aid, but the scale of the devastation overwhelmed the available support. As time passed, survivors began to exhibit mysterious illnesses. The fear of radiation sickness spread, adding a new layer of terror. People avoided those showing symptoms, and radiation warning signs became a common sight. The invisible threat of radiation loomed over Nagasaki, deepening the psychological scars of the survivors. The Hibakusha faced social ostracization due to fears of radiation. Many were shunned by their communities, and isolated neighborhoods became their only refuge. Whispered conversations and fearful glances followed them wherever they went. The stigma added to their suffering, as they were marginalized in a society struggling to rebuild. Despite the devastation, Nagasaki began to rebuild. Construction workers cleared the rubble, and new buildings slowly rose from the ashes. The process was slow and arduous, but it symbolized hope and resilience. The city's physical recovery was a testament to the determination of its people to move forward. The Hibakusha fought tirelessly for acknowledgement and compensation from the government. Protests were held, and emotional speeches were made, as they demanded justice. The battle for recognition was a long and difficult one, but it was essential for their healing and for ensuring that their suffering would not be forgotten. Efforts to preserve the memory of the bombing became a priority. Memorials were erected, and photographs of the devastation were displayed. Elderly survivors shared their stories, ensuring that future generations would remember the tragedy. The memory of the past was a crucial step in preventing such a catastrophe from happening again. Over time, Nagasaki transformed into a symbol of peace and resilience. Thriving communities emerged, and children played in rebuilt areas. The city's recovery was a testament to the strength of its people. Nagasaki's story became a beacon of hope, showing that even in the face of unimaginable destruction, it is possible to rebuild and thrive. Nagasaki's story inspired a global message of peace and nuclear disarmament. International peace conferences were held, and anti-nuclear protests became widespread. The iconic Nagasaki Peace Statue stood as a reminder of the horrors of war and the need for a peaceful future. The city's call for peace resonated around the world, urging humanity to choose a path of harmony over destruction.